Hello, everyone. I am Randy Suarez, aka Silva Crow. Today, back here with another amazing reaction. And see, I will never. I watched the video, and we're doing an Omizi video, by the way. But I have watched the video with Watts TV, and I have to agree with him what he said. I do not feel right doing meet and greets and stuff like this happening. And it's even worse for ladies due to the fact that what happened to Emiru, and which Watts talked about, and I'm reacting to what Amizi about to talk about with fans getting too comfortable doing weird crap. Basically, Emiru got assaulted, unwanted hug and trying to kiss, and a bodyguard randomly showed up and pushed the dude, and he upset. He walked out of like the freaking TwitchCon like it was nothing. But I digress. People are weird, man, and the point that there's some people saying that she should not let it happen. Like, dummy, that's not how that works. But anyway, if you like any of this content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to Omizi. I will leave the original link to this video down below so you can watch it uninterrupted. Also, link to my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow me on those social platforms. Link to the Discord. Come join into the Crow's Nest. Talk some much stuff. Have a jolly good time. Also, link to the Cashapp. Feel gracious enough to donate. What y'all want to donate is fine for the channel. That's fine as well. Same thing, super thanks. But by donating, like, comment, subscribe, share on the skills, all this good stuff, I hear, show your support. Let's know you rock with the reaction content, rock with the channel, and rock with your boy. But further ado, buckle up and let's get started. Alright, we here with some more Omizi streaming. Well, streaming isn't safe anymore. And again, he's about to talk about what happened to the Twitch streamer Emiru, the content creator, and what happened at TwitchCon. And let's just say, right now I have no urge to be a streamer whatsoever due to the fact I mean, yes, I am a content creator, but streaming has, when fans start getting wild like this, it makes zero sense. But I digress. Let's go.
No longer safe. Their level of fame has risen to a... Content creators and streamers are no longer safe. Their level of fame has risen to a different level that's having them take different measures in order to get different results. Because what's going on right now is that they are constantly under attack by harassers, by clip farmers, and by people who look to do actual harm to them in some cases. Coming off the heels of the weekend of TwitchCon, it's not just Emiru, who we reported on in a separate video about her getting assaulted by a man at her meet and greet, who's coming out with different complaints. The timeline was coming off the heels of the weekend, take different measures in order to get different results, because what's going on right now is that they are constantly under attack by harassers, by clip farmers, and by people who look to do actual harm to them in some.
And the point that I probably will say this in general, the people who does this think they not doing anything wrong until it finally clicks, and that's messed up. Because at the end of the day, like, it shouldn't took this to tell you you're doing something out of pocket.
Cases. Coming off the heels of the weekend of TwitchCon, it's not just Emiru, who we reported on in a separate video.
And the point that this dude just casually walked up, grabbed her, and tried to kiss her. Like, where's and apparently Twitch has security. Where were they?
About her getting assaulted by a man at her meet and greet, who was coming out with different complaints. The timeline was flooded, and I mean flooded, with conversations about people getting harassed, people getting brushed upon, and this is through their own text testimonial and through some video testimonial that we saw of situations of people running up on. Now, you would think that a platform like Twitch, who's really reliant on creator activity in order to make themselves sustainable, would be heading security, would be top-notch in security. But listening to Dan Clancy respond to the situation that happened at TwitchCon, I'm not very positive about the outcomes and the future for this stuff.
Obviously, we saw one Twitch streamer yesterday, Emiru, get assaulted by a male fan, and a lot of streamers have, especially female streamers, have talked about, you know, the danger that they feel from these sort of toxic, I guess, parasocial kind of creeps. What are you guys doing to prioritize safety? Because I know also a bunch of Twitch content creators said that they were too scared to even come to TwitchCon this year, just in case something like what happened yesterday would happen.
The safety of our creators.
And the point that he could say the safety of their creators. People weren't going just because something like this that could have happened, and it did. And people like this, to me, people who was like, oh, she was asking for something like that, they don't get it.
Is the top priority. The challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch. It extends throughout our society. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there. Okay, it's very different. You know, when I use other short form content and people say all sorts of stuff, well, I can't stop that. But when I live stream, they basically don't bother me. Now, what happened yesterday obviously was something that...
We're talking about real life, mister. Yes, streaming and IRL is very different. But also, as a person who is head of Twitch, should understand crazy crap like this happen, and we need to implement things so this doesn't happen.
You care deeply about securing this environment. You know, we're looking very closely at everything that happened there, and I care deeply about Emmy. She's a friend of mine, and so I want to see how we can support her. This is just something we have to keep working on. I think everyone identifies our tools in terms of trust and safety as the leaders in the industry about helping creators, but that means there's always more work to be done.
Yeah, that...
It's kind of hard to do that when you ban, and this is what I saw with Watts, the information that they banned her bodyguard who protected her at a previous TwitchCon because he grabbed the assaulter. He's a bodyguard. Bodyguard. That is the definition of what they do.
That's not what I would have liked to have heard. Now, granted, I will give Dan Clancy this. I do think they are the leaders when it comes to security and safe practices and measures, both online and in person, when it comes to, you know, securing their Twitch streamers and their creators and protecting them. But being the fattest pig at the fair still makes you a pig. At the end of the day, it's not good enough. And it's definitely not good enough when Imaru, the biggest creator on your platform, has to speak out after you go on this interview where you're kind of covering your face and your ass with...
It shows that as a person who's supposed to be your friend, that you don't really care. And that's messed up. And this person is supposed to be your friend got assaulted, sir. And if the excuse, oh, my hands are tied, then we're no longer friends. I'm not associating with you. I may just walk off your platform and go somewhere else, because at the end of the day, this makes zero sense.
How much you do protect your content creators and streamer, and kind of debunk everything that you said on your interview.
I've been talking to Twitch people, and I'm really upset because I noticed a lot of negligence around the event, and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I asked them, you know, like, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days.
Now he's banned for the indefinitely, but for assaulting somebody, he was banned for 30 days. They have to press to ban him indefinitely. None of that makes sense.
What?
That's a joke.
And
That's a joke.
She's obviously like, hello?
Yes,
like, that needs to be indefinite. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything. No one gives a fuck if he's banned on Twitch or not. Like, we're talking about the convention here. So they changed it to indefinite. Takes an hour for that to happen, by the way. These two people are the head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
Blast them, sis. Huh? Blast them. Blast them.
Also, later the same night, I'm not gonna drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't see it. But I had multiple people tell me that key Twitch representatives last night were out partying.
She's talking about Dan Clancy, by the way. The same Dan Clancy who just went on the interview saying that he's doing his best job to protect the streamers and the content creators. Twitch is doing a phenomenal job. Mind you, we have footage of this guy who just assaulted her walking out of the venue, free, clear, and going about his merry way. Couldn't even bother to ban him from the event. Oh, God. But outside of Dan Clancy, the TwitchCon incident, and the exact things that TwitchCon and Twitch need to cover up, there's been a lot of conversation, even before this, about Twitch streamers and their safety. Both clip farming and parasocialism has created this environment where content creators and fans have blurred boundaries. And these blurred boundaries and blurred lines are creating real life safety concerns for every individual involved. Most notably,
it's the point that I will say this. It's something that I told my fiance in general. It's like, yes, one thing by doing this, and it gets big, and getting recognized, people think, oh, I know you, I can approach you and do whatever. No, you have to approach with respect. And people forget that. It's the reason why there are boundaries, people. Boundaries. And you have to approach, doesn't matter. Because at the end, by doing all this, people forget. People. We're all people. All deserve respect when it comes to, regardless if they're content creators and whatever. Respect. RAAPCT. Come on.
In these situations. This may be the mark to the beginning of the end of the IRL streaming era, but there are so many instances that I can name in recent times where content creators have stepped from behind that desk and something outlandish has happened when they've gone abroad trying to, spread their legs and reach out to their audiences. I didn't talk about it when it happened because I was on vacation, but there was a fan on a FaZe stream that featured Senna who said some of the most outlandish and inappropriate things to her while they were doing a challenge of being a prisoner and trying to, I think, break out of jail or something like that. Because of the always-on nature of streaming specifically, parasocialism has been on the rise. I've highlighted it multiple times on this channel, but where it was when I was highlighting it and where Kai Cenat in this next clip is talking about it has elevated to an entire different level.
So like it happens with every streamers, bro. It's this thing with their audience to where they feel like very parasocial. It gets actually scary. How parasocial.
Explain parasocial.
It's just like when you think you just know, like when you're so invested into somebody's life, like as if like you know them and you really think like y'all friends on some shit.
Lines start to get blurred, right?
Yeah, like it starts to get like, okay, bro.
Even like I understand what Kai said. It's due to the fact that even I have to tell like commenters, like subscribers, hey, y'all need to chill out. One in particular is literally also, oh, you need to react to this, do it by this day. I'm like, you don't control that. I do. I'm the content creator, not you. I'm the reactor, not you. If you want my react to something, be patient. But people think when it comes down to that, they can. And the parasocial stuff like that, like, again, when do we lost the plot? Like, seriously.
Like, you wildin', bro.
And
people
share.
I still remember, literally, Kai got in trouble for something for just him showing up. And people trashed the city. And he got blamed for it. He just showed up.
Almost a lot of
your life. Like it got worse after my subathon, especially because my cameras are on 24/7. They watch me sleep, eat, take showers, do whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So they literally thought that they were like roommates with me for like 30 days. It's not certain people, but like it's like that small majority of people that really think they.
It's that small margin of people that just ruin it for the rest of everybody.
Now with that already parasocial element baked into streaming, and then you add into the fact that some of these content creators want to include some of their fans into the content, people don't understand what lines and boundaries are. Which brings me to the Senna incident that I did not cover. While Senna was on the FaZe stream doing the prisoner challenge that Lacey had set up during the FaZe subathon, the prisoner fan person who won the opportunity to be on this stream said some really inappropriate things, just really crossed the line. It was actually quite gross.
You were slamming Sky Bree the other night. How?
You were slamming your age.
Oh, that's what we're doing.
What the fuck that mean? Slamming your age? What the? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Well, first of all, I wasn't slamming anybody if that's what you want to fantasize, but you have to fake your shit. When I do anything, I don't have to fake it, so...
Oh, so it's true?
No, because I said if I do anything, I won't have to fake it because I'll tell you, and you'll know.
You might be a schizo, I'm not gonna lie.
Watch in person.
What the fuck?
That's what you want to do?
Hey, yo.
I want you to know right now, a bucket of water will come flying through this thing. You want to say sorry?
This is where he's locked up. Oh, I got a fire extinguisher. I'll shut my eyes. Don't worry.
It's a little weird one.
Bro, I feel bad, bro.
What'd you say?
Bro, I said I saw the Archer person. And now I feel bad.
You said it to her, or you said it to the camera?
I don't even know, because she had her shit turned around. So like,
She was walking around.
He's smiling.
She heard you?
no, like she was like doing the top.
How old is this guy? If he's in his early 20s, I'm like, yeah, I can tell. You need more social skills, dude. Like, this is, like, not okay.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah.
And you said it, and she heard you. I'll be back.
Sammy?
Apologize to Sarah.
Hold on. You gotta say for what and all that shit.
Sorry, I'm actually so sorry. Like, well, I shouldn't, nah, it's not okay. Like, I shouldn't have said that.
Wait, that's kind of nice. I feel bad now.
No, Jordan, I swear to God, I'm actually sorry. Like,
Thank you.
you didn't even mean
Sammy's going home. I'm gonna pay him the percentage for the time that he was here. Obviously, I care about Senna a lot. She's one of my good friends, and still, I'm not gonna let that slide the way he talked to her, even though he apologized and said what he said.
Now, while I do think what Sammy said,
Yes. At least he apologized, but letting it slide is like, dude, there has to be some type of consequence.
it's disgusting. I do think that it was a good job for Lacey and Rage to stand up for Senna in that specific moment. What he said was totally inappropriate. I don't think anybody can debate that at all. And the only reason why he felt that he could say that is because he's on a FaZe stream and he just felt like, he was close to Senna. And I can almost guarantee you that we collectively can guess the excuse that he decided to use when Sammy, the prisoner, got on his stream later on and gave his explanation as to why he said it. Mind you, this is a FaZe stream.
Bro, I didn't actually mean to like sexualize her in any fucking way. I respect Sinner so much. She's my favorite female streamer. I just thought it was a joke that the guys made that I thought I could make. But clearly I was in the wrong. So Sinner, I'm so sorry for that. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to say that. It was a comment that I made. I thought I was clip farming.
There it is.
Clearly people didn't see.
Yeah, you were obviously. Like, man, it's okay to be an ass. And it was not okay. But it's okay to admit your fault. But understand what you said was not okay.
See, as me clip farming.
If you put your money down on clip farming, then you win the jackpot. But isn't it interesting that Sammy says that I thought it was a joke that the guys made a couple months ago and that I could get away with it? The guys.
No!
He's referring to Senna's actual friends, the streamers that she streams with 24/7. Why does Sammy, a viewer of the FaZe Clan, a viewer of Agent, a viewer of Rage, a viewer of Senna, feel as if he's a part of the guys to where he can get a joke off like?
No, because if you're not part of the actual friends, again, let's go back to the respect thing. Some people just don't. Boundaries, guys. Boundaries.
Now, because these fans and consumers of the content feel as if they are a part of the actual things that's going on, right now, I know a lot of streamers are feeling like, hell, all bets are off. Anything that they want to do, they feel like they can do, and I just don't feel safe about going to TwitchCon. Anything these fans feel like is cool to do, they're just gonna do it anyway without asking permission, and honestly, that makes it hard for them to be IRL with these people. Post TwitchCon, I saw a lot of people saying they either didn't feel safe, didn't have a good time, actually got harassed, and the IRL streamers and the clip farmers were out of control. And if you had to wonder why, it's because these people feel like they're a part of the inner circle. It was a time where your rage was deep.
If someone says, look, and being for real, after coming off the girl that claimed SAing the delivery DoorDash drive, in terms of it was basically do indecent, it barely did indecent exposure. Well, he was indecent, but it was indecent exposure. Coming off the backs of that, if someone's telling you, is telling Twitch, like, no, seriously, this needs to stop. The whole being this weird, the weirdness. You need to put literally up the security. They telling you, hey man, you need to do this before content keeps happening, and content keeps happening because you're being negligent.
dancing at TwitchCon, and somebody came up and violated him doing something inappropriate, and he looked at the camera, thought it was okay, thought he was a part of the inner circle and joke to get it off like he was buddies with your age.
Hey, bro.
Still, why are you still, why are you... The thing that I don't like about these situations is if one of these streamers bugged the fuck out on you, you would look at them crazy, you would be filing a police report, you would be coming to the internet talking about how your rage just violated me, etc., etc. That's weak as water. Now, streamers would feel different if there were more safety measures when they go to these public events, specifically TwitchCon, places where they're invited out. But as it's been revealed, not just through the Imaru situation, but through other situations, that Twitch doesn't really care about these things, specifically at these conventions. We can acknowledge that there's a parasocial epidemic, but now we're getting to the point where you created this place and space for there to be in real life interactions, but Twitch security, for what it's worth, is non-existent and for show more than anything.
And so I told my Twitch partner manager, I was like, listen, I know you guys are trying to help, I know the whole Emmy thing happened, but like, don't force this on me. You know, like, I get you guys kind of have to, like, you're trying to cover your asses, no offense. Now you're just overdoing it. And I did not ask for this. Like, they asked me before I came if I needed an escort between my events, and if they needed someone to watch over me during my events, or like if I'm walking around the convention and stuff. And all along I was like, no, I don't want one.
Here's the thing, I'll probably say this. If the IRL streamers have their own bodyguards who are legit licensed bodyguards that will do their jobs, let them have their bodyguards. Do not, if you're gonna have, if Twitch gonna provide bodyguards, let them be the ones that actually say, yes, we do take our job pretty seriously, but you still gonna have freedom to do whatever you need to. Just let us know if you want us to be close or nearby. It's negotiations, people. Discuss these things. Don't say, here's a security guard and just go. No, that's not how that works. And it's coming from a security officer.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not even for me, it's just for PR. And I'm like, I don't want one.
Now, there's a couple reasons why that streamer would turn down any sort of Twitch security guard or escorts that they're putting in front of them. For one, it's very performative. When I looked at people like Neon's meet and greet, I looked at the lineup, I looked at the way that the setup was, and to be honest with you, I don't really see any protection going on here. If you take a screenshot in a freeze frame of Neon sitting at his little small desk, the only thing stopping a fan from running up on Neon and smacking him in the face is this seemingly small 50-year-old woman and this rope. Like this little barricade rope. This is not enough protection for these streamers who are voicing their complaints about safety. It's just not. And number two, these TwitchCon members, the people that are on the crew and the staff and stuff like that, aren't the best in the bunch either. These are like volunteers at best. They're not really giving you real life protection. Take streamer Jessic, for example. She literally reported the fact that she had gotten harassed by one of the TwitchCon members, one of the people that were assigned to the specific area that she ran into, but most importantly, that was a part of the event.
Hello.
I didn't want to make you scared.
You didn't want to make me scared, so you poked me?
What?
You didn't want to make me scared, so you poked me?
Yeah, I shouldn't do that. Can I say hi to you?
Can I say hi to your stream? Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Dude. Can we just... We cannot say a simple hi no more. Oh, how are you? Oh, you're so... We cannot have a simple... Get the fuck out. Oh.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello?
Yeah. Do you also think we are a great couple together or not?
What is he...
Alright. Let's... okay. All right.
Doing?
They said no. Okay, thank you guys.
What are we doing, bro? I feel like I've bashed on the con enough because at some point there's stuff that happens before you get to these IRL interactions and situations that need to be addressed. I don't know how else to put this, but there are a lot of weirdos online. And by a lot of weirdos, I mean a lot of weirdos. And because these content creators and streamers make this one-to-one type connection and type of feeling with people, these people who are viewing the content creators are getting more and more and more comfortable with their favorite creator to the point where I just have to straight up call it inappropriate at worst, but honestly criminal at best. Like, some of these situations are not suited for public consumption. Like when Agent got harassed online.
Oh, I said I was like obsessing over you and some other girl that you were like collabing with.
Yeah, don't say it.
You know, it was just like, it was that type of obsession. It was like a TikTok obsession. Like, edits came on my TikTok, I would save them, and then maybe later I would rewatch them because they just brought me a little bit of joy inside. Like, you know, I love love. So when people are shipping people or something like that, you know, I also just love good friendships though. Like, y'all like great friends. My friends, you know, saw that and I was telling them about it because I tell my friends will bring me joy, and they were calling me even more crazy for obsessing over people that aren't actually dating. I was like, it's not about them dating, it's about the waiting. The edits that were just like that were you and that girl turned into just you. So then I got edits of just you and I
Lord, I pray this type of obsession don't find me. I pray for that. Don't let this type of obsession find me. No. No. Because this is unacceptable. And this is just so weird. Oh. Okay. Alright.
those, and those would bring me joy. Then I started kind of obsessing. Some people would say obsessing. I don't think I was, though. I think I'm fine. And it kind of got...
You see Agent's face? He knows that's not true. That's far from fine. That's psycho behavior.
The point where it was like, you know, my whole TikTok was you, so like all I was you. So, you know, maybe all my conversations were about you. Maybe I talked like you, and even maybe like I tried to go to Atlanta.
Yeah, that's when I hang up and push that block button. I'm sorry, I just can't. I just can't.
To see if I could try and meet you, but like it wasn't nothing crazy deep because I didn't actually.
Thank you.
Hold on. Yo, what is going on? Or how about the time that streamer BX revealed that her stalker at the time was saying the most disgusting things on Twitch?
I'm stopping her plans. Either we can do this peacefully, or it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna make. She thinks that she moved.
So I'm getting a bodyguard. Okay, that's
And
right.
stuff that she's safe. We know where she is. I have money to spend. I'll drop 100K on this, not even blink.
What?
I'm gonna take it to another level. You tell me if you want to end this, we'll end it. We'll make the terms. My heart, I've got evil in there. It's lingering. I don't know if it lingers. I've had to hold it back for a while.
What?
I can do stuff. It's just not. I don't want to do it. I'm telling you, I really want to. The fucking darkness in me just wants to come out like a goddamn demon. Bad thing. I actually don't think if I did what I want to in my mind, I couldn't come back from it.
That was absolute.
Y'all heard what I heard, right? Every day we just stray further away, huh?
crazy. Mind you, both incidences were streamed to thousands, and I mean thousands upon thousands of people, and literally Twitch, the platform, nobody did anything. We just moved on to the next day, laughed it off as some sort of parasocial event. But the thing about these situations is that these now present real deal safety concerns. That last clip that I just showed was that stalker talking about the things that they would do to this woman at TwitchCon. So we know what happens when these things come off of the internet and then go into an IRL setting. Hell, Senna, Valkyrie, and Imaru had that situation earlier this year on the boardwalk where that guy literally chased them around, and if he had gotten his hands on them, Lord knows what he would have did. There was a situation where DDG got into a fight at DreamCon because a fan tried to run up on him and do his own version of clip farming. And there's a situation where Jay Cinco also got into a fight while shopping at the mall. And all of this is due to constantly being online, streaming this parasocial environment, and fans just taking it way too far. This weekend was just the cherry on top of a lot of moments throughout this year and these past couple years of just blatant disrespect for boundaries between streamer and fan. Like, I don't know how else to put it. This isn't just a genderized issue. This isn't just a race issue, even though I did not talk about IShowSpeed and his travels across the country and people hurling racist remarks at him. This is a lack of boundary issue. Streamers have always tried to separate themselves from the A-list celebrity and take on this persona of being like, you know, really, really connected, really, really grounded with these people. But ultimately, going forward, I don't think that that will be the case anymore. And from my perspective, there's only like two options left. One, streamers are just gonna have to cancel all sorts of public appearances. And that means, first and foremost, IRL streaming, the stream sniping, and the living in a 24-hour surveillance state where somebody can pinpoint your location is absolutely crazy. But also these public conventions and places and spaces are no longer safe. Asm Gold was just recently on Twitter talking about how he urged women to not go to TwitchCon. And it's echoing a lot of the sentiments of some of the ladies like a Senna or like a Valkyrie saying, hey, they've been having to deal with stalkers and nasty and weirdo people for a while now that's having them cancel their meet and greets.
I told you guys recently that there was an event that I went to that somebody who is, like, unfortunately, like, a stalker of mine was able to show up at. And to be fair, it wasn't even the event's fault because nobody knew that this was even, that this person was even going. Like, no one knew. And there's, at the end of the day, there really is only so much you can do, right? Like, that's the one thing I will tell you guys about. I'm not going to tell you guys about other stuff. And if I'm being honest with you, a lot of you remember my meet and greet at TwitchCon from last year. And I love Twitch. Like, Twitch, they do try to do their best. But, you know, Twitch last year, the security that was standing to let people come up, I had to hire my own security, okay? Because the security that was provided at the meet and greet were, like, you know, they were convention security. And at the end of the day, like,
See... And that's the issue. If they're just convention security, that tells me, as a person who is security, who is a security officer, that's the wrong type of security you want to have. Is the point that means you just hire regular hooligans just to be security. I'm like, bro, you need people that is packing and never lacking. You know, have that strap on them and be that serious.
Not knocking that they're good security, but convention security is not going to put their life on the line.
I'm actually terrified that someone's going to kill me. I'm not kidding. I don't want an IRL outside the house for like a long time. I swear to, bro, that shit was weird last night. Some guy last night, Ray ordered food, and for the Uber Eats delivery, there was a Russian dude who didn't have a front plate, who didn't have a back plate, excuse me, and he was in a black truck. And in his car were photos of me when I didn't order the food, photos of like Silky and photos of like everybody, and he had cop stuff all in his car.
I missed the social Hassan era. There is unfortunately an obvious setback there because of, one, all the political incidents that have taken place, and two, how those political incidents have had some pretty significant consequences in how much I can go out in the real world and socialize with other people. As I said already, I'm not going to TwitchCon, not because I'm worried about my own safety, but I'm literally not going to TwitchCon because I'm worried about the safety of others. I don't want to put them in the fucking crosshairs if some psycho freak decides, like, I'm gonna go there.
Or the streamers are gonna just have to move around with massive, and I mean massive, I'm talking about presidential levels of security. But to be quite honest with you, even with like 15, 16 security guards, I don't think that will be enough. There are two main things that I think can be addressed in the conversation of how this can happen going forward. I do think the nature of streaming creates some of this parasocialism, some of this nastiness that goes on with people. But I do need parents, children, teachers, anybody surrounding these people that consume this streamer streamer content, this creator world content, etc., to really check in on those people. The relationships that they are developing in these doors and in these homes. They range from having a celebrity crush-like obsession to something to where people are in their minds convincing themselves that they should go assault these types of people. And I feel like, and it sounds crazy, but these streamers should be able to move around as freely as they want to without the fear or threat of violence. I can't even say that
the best way I can put this is people need to understand there are also people too, and deserve that amount of boundaries and respect.
Be subjected to being at their own house, you know, creating content, because people are coming to these people's homes now. It's just all over the top weird. The platforms need a moderation overhaul. Maybe some of the content needs to shift, but more importantly, people need to check in on their friends, families, and loved ones, because people's mental states have to be fried that they think that shit like this is just okay. This is not a sustainable thing that we're doing, and something needs to happen before something breaks.
And something will break, and I can feel it. And it should not take that moment to that break for it to be an action should be implemented. I don't know. Again, I'm gonna, if I ever get invited to stuff like this, whenever I'm big enough, I'm gonna have bodyguards. And especially when it comes to meet and greets and everything, I don't want to do the whole meet and greet thing, but I know it's part of the whole thing. Sometimes I really don't want to, but if I have to, I'm going to have some scary guys packing and ready to attack. So just, y'all aware. But like I said, it's a respect thing, man. At the end of the day, the streamers, people who do content creating like I do, we're people. Don't forget that. And people does forget that. I get that you like this person. I get that this person makes you feel special at your time of low and everything. But don't forget, they're also a person as well, and show respect. But anyway, I digress. If you like any of this content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to Omeezy. I will leave the original link to this video down below so you watch it uninterrupted. Also, link to my Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, follow me on those social platforms. And the next time, please take care of yourself. Stay hydrated, stay safe, stay warm. Peace out.
And little questions is everything they know about you.